Hi everyone, I'm Lily and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing this 80s inspired Kim Kardashian makeup look. I hope you enjoy it. Let me start off by showing you the look that I'm inspired by. This is the look we are going for today. We are starting with our eye base, as all eye looks do. I'm just squeezing my base because as you get towards the end of this product, it does get a little bit oily and the oil actually comes out separate from the product. So I'm trying to minimize that. Squeeze onto the back of my hand and I'm taking a Zoeva smoky shaded brush and I'm going to carve out my brow and also prep my eyelids. And then to blend that in and get rid of any lines, I'm going to use the Zoeva Concealer Buffer brush. Now, I don't normally work with cool tones, so I don't actually have a cool tone palette, but in trying to find a dark grey shade, I thought I could use this palette from e.l.f., which is a bite-sized palette. These are amazing. The quality of the shadows is so good and they're only £3. I'm going to use this dark blue shade here, but I think it will come out like a bit like a grey. So I'm going to use a bullet brush. The placement of Kim's darker shade is on the outer part of her lid and also going into her crease, but taking it a little bit higher to create a more open-eyed effect. I don't know how this view is going to be for you guys, but I'm going to try it. I'm just raising my eyebrow so that I can do this part with my eye open and not getting any of this colour onto my lid. Okay, I think I've got the shape now. Without adding any more product, I'm just going to start blending that out. Now this does look quite blue. I mean, it is blue eyeshadow, so I don't know what I was entirely thinking, but we're going to roll with it. I'm just wiping it off on a towel to get as much product off as I can so that the blend out is a little lighter than it would be with remaining product on the brush. I'm liking that shape so far. I'm now just taking a small fluffy brush and I'm going to blend out on the edge. I'm liking it. Because I am doing a new style and new shape, I am going to work step by step on each eye just so that I can recreate it as best as I can. I'm now just going to repress over the area that I have tried not to get eyeshadow on so that I have a nice even base to apply some shadow. So now the question is, do I continue with this blue theme and go with a light blue, or do I stick with the grey? I think what I'm going to do is apply a white shadow and then take it from there to see what kind of vibe I want to go with. And then everything just needs to be a little more blended. So with that little blending brush I've been using, I'm just going to go over the edges where the blue meets the white. To bring a little bit of a grey vibe into the look, I'm going to take this grey eyeshadow from the Certifeye Tropical Wonders palette and I'm just going to put that where the white and blue meet on the outer corner. I do think adding that grey has made the blend a lot better. So I'm just applying the white again just to bring back the intensity of it. So now both eyes are done, we're going to be adding that black shadow liner across the top and I'm going to use a black eyeshadow for this. This is the Carnival XL Pro palette. I'm taking the black eyeshadow from that palette and I'm going to really lightly tap. Because I have hooded eyelids, I really don't want to take this too high up because then it will print on the rest of my shadow. This brush makes everything a lot easier. This is the Morphe M432 brush and it's a really thin stamper brush. Woo! There's black shadow everywhere. I'm loving those eyes. Now in the picture it does look like she has a white liner, as in a winged liner, but I don't think I'm going to do that. No. So it's time to stick on some lashes. What ones? Don't worry, that's not my terrible glue. I always test out what lashes will look like with the eye look I have on. I think these will suit it. These lashes are so fluffy, they're so nice, but I forgot where they're from, but I will link them down below. I'm going to put a bit of MAC Stroke Cream on actually. I haven't done this in a while. I normally don't do these fancy kind of things unless I'm going out. because you know, I'm just taking this all off after. Okay, so I'm just blending that out. Then I'm going to take some e.l.f. putty primer, fave. I'm going to circle that in. I just circle that in either sides of my nose. I'm going to use the Maybelline 24 Hour Stay Foundation in the shade Warm Sun. I'm also getting to that place in my life where I don't overload on product and I just put on as much as I think I'll need and then add more if I need to. We're not all the way there yet, but we're doing well. Blending this in with a Molly brown brush. I found these brushes during lockdown. The quality is so amazing. Before, I tried foundation brushes, but they'd always leave streaks on my skin, but this one, oh my goodness, it does wonders. Foundation looks good, but I am going to add a little bit more just on my cheeks area because they're not fully covered. This is a full coverage foundation, I'm sure. Yeah. For my concealer, I'm taking the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Beige. This is the best concealer ever. Put it under my nose because I get a slight redness there. Just need a little bit more coverage. Also with my Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer, I'm just going to apply this to any blemishes that I have. This is my skin tone. Well, my skin tone before foundation. It's just darker than my e.l.f. one. I'm just going to tap that in. Oh no, I've got to cream contour. Never mind. We will either do it after or we won't do it at all. See, I'm still using this brush. You can use it for concealer. I basically use it for my entire base. Just blends it out so nicely. Alright, I think I'm actually going to do my under eyes while my concealer is still wet, so it gives it something to grip onto, just as I do when I apply a base before my shadows. So do we have the same colour story underneath? So we're going to put that same blue underneath and then a white in the waterline. Now it's time for white in the waterline. So I apply a pencil and then I go on top of it with a shadow. To set my face, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder and I'm just going to press that in under my eyes. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Powder in the shade 250. For my cheeks, I'm first going to go in with the Bobbi Brown Pressed Foundation Powder just because I feel like this is a nice base underneath all of my powders. I'm then going to take Hoola to stick with the cool tone theme, and this is a very cool tone bronzer. It's very pigmented though, so I tap a lot off. Also do my nose with the mini Hoola brush. And then with some Primark Banana Powder, I'm going to bake. So there are all the areas I baked just to clean up the contour that I've placed down. And then I'm just going to apply some mascara while that's doing its thing. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm then going to take MAC Give Me Sun and the Benefit Hoola brush. I'm just applying this on my cheekbones. Also going to go under my jawline as well. With a duo fibre brush, I'm going to take that MAC Give Me Sun on my forehead. And onto my neck. Dusting that bake off, I'm going to first start where I placed it and then I'm actually going to circle that brush onto my cheeks, and this really smooths out the product that you've put down. Kim's blush is very muted, so I'm going to take this e.l.f. duo in the shade Fiji. It has a contour shade and a blush, and this is the one that I'm going to use. I'm going to contour my lips using the Morphe contour palette. This is the 06PW. And I always use this shade here, as if you couldn't tell. I'm just going over my lip line. For my lip liner, I'm going to use the Rimmel lip liner in the shade Cappuccino. This is a lovely dark brown. I know that was very similar to the contour shade that I use, but I do go over them with a lip liner just to get that creamier base back. I'm going over that with a NYX Need Me liner. And I'm going to shade in a little bit. Then I'm taking a tiny bit of Vaseline. And then I'm going to take this matte lipstick from Primark. I love this. This is in the shade Naked. It's such a nice colour. I'm not feeling that combination today. I'm going to go over it with the NYX lip cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. Oh, that's better. It was just too cool tone before, and the cool tone eye with the cool tone lip, I just didn't like it. I'm then going to use the Stone Lip Liner from MAC to create the same beauty spot that Kim has. So I've just pressed it down and then I'm twirling it around in a circle. And then to set, I'm going to use the Revolution Matte Fix Spray. Let's get the fan ready. So here is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, let me know down below in the comments and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more from me. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.